Hi, hello. I am here to talk to you today about perfectionism and experiencing that within our schedules. So, last semester I had about 50-hour work weeks, and that is not exaggerated. I was working 2 part-time jobs and I was going to school full-time. I was making sure to make room to study, to go above expectation for my assignments, and then to also be very involved with my work. And it really didn't give me any time for myself, my friends, or my family. I completely support being passionate about things that you're involved in. I think it's important. I think that the work we do is a very large reflection of ourselves, and so I always make sure to do quality work. But what about when we take all the opportunities that are offered to us? It actually ends up with having too much on your plate. It is exhausting, and I prided myself in being exhausted. For some reason, I wore being overworked like a badge of honor, and I think that a lot of us do. Sometimes we have no choice, but most of the time we do. And I suppose I had to learn to actually give myself a break, to take a breath and have a moment of self-awareness, which can be really hard because I was a semi-workaholic and that is the only thing that I knew. But I basically just wanted to come here today and share this rule that I made up. So it's called the 5% effort rule, and it starts with just meeting the 5% effort baseline. So you got out of bed, brushed your teeth, washed your face, ate some food. Maybe that's all you did, and you still have to love yourself for that because you tried. And maybe you're depressed, maybe it's really hard to even do that, but if you can do that, then I think that that's a good step in the right direction towards self-care. And I always meant the 5% baseline, but it's really just kind of going up from there. Like, what more can you do? What's your definition of how much effort you can put in? I always make sure that my intermediate level of effort is just getting my foot in the door, starting an assignment at least, making sure that I'm going to do it on time, and it's basically just general responsibilities. And after that, you can only go up. And so let's say that's like 25% effort. What about 50% effort? I really enjoy thinking of that as once I've completed all of my general adulting responsibilities, that I get to do something that really is only to my heart's content. For example, I love hot yoga, I love longboarding in my free time, I love learning new coding languages, working on little projects, and that's completely up to me, and it feels amazing once I have everything else out of the way. And you can really create your own format of doing that as well. And what about past 50%? I like to think of 75% as like making time for socializing, like making time for doing something new, pushing yourself outside of your box, because I think that being uncomfortable takes a lot of effort, honestly, and it's amazing if you can do that for yourself. But some days we are only at 5%, and some days I think that we've reached the max limit, and it is completely up to us. It's all based on mindset. And I suppose I'll just leave you with this, but life just appears to be a rat race sometimes, and we wonder if we're doing enough, and if we don't, will we get that job? Will we get the promotion? Will we get to have what we really fantasized our future being? And I think you'll get there as long as you just follow the 5% effort mark. It's going to be impossible to be perfect every day, and it's really hard to beat yourself up about that constantly. It is exhausting. You deserve more. Give yourself credit for everything that you do, and you'll notice how far that you've gone. Thanks. See you again.